For every tear, triumph, and everything in between, we're here. With more than 35 pediatric subspecialties, East Tennessee Children's Hospital is here every time it matters most.
Good morning and happy Monday, everybody. Sure hope you had a great weekend. It's going to be another gorgeous one today, and this weather trend continues all week long thanks to a ridge of high pressure that's going to dominate the weather pattern. So if you get a chance to get your lunch break outside, I highly recommend it. We'll start you off with a time lapse from downtown Gatlinburg, the Smoky Mountain National Park right there as well. And what a beautiful and busy day it was in downtown Gatlinburg in the National Park anyways. A lot of folks coming to town to check out the fall colors. Now, we're not at peak yet, but the colors are starting to change a little bit more across the higher elevations, which is great news as we continue all the way into the rest of our fall months. We saw a nice sunset last night. We did make it into the 70s, near 80 degrees in Chattanooga, 79 in Chattanooga, 77 in Knoxville. Obviously, it was rain-free yesterday. So let's talk about our weather headlines and what we're going to be tracking here this week and as we get into the upcoming weekend, because we do have a cold front on the way. And that cold front's going to spill in some scattered rain chances as we head into the upcoming weekend. Other than that, we're talking about some beautiful weather to continue. Here's the reason. Okay, we've been talking about those coastal lows. Those are moving on out. Our disturbance, not a disturbance at all, our next weather maker is going to be this ridge of high pressure. So you can see our pattern evolution over the next 2 days, how this ridge starts to try to build its way on in, helping to warm us up a little bit. And then it's going to kind of get pushed back to our west and southwest as our next trough heads our way by the end of the week and the weekend. So we start the morning off with temperatures in the 50s. We'll climb all the way to near 70 as we get into the lunch hour. As the kiddos head home from school, yes, we're back from fall break for some kids, but if some kids are going on fall break, should be a nice week ahead of us this week. We're rain-free all the way through Friday, but as we get into our Saturday, Sunday, I've bumped that up to a 30 to 40% chance. As it stands right now, I think the cold front could come through Saturday night into Sunday morning. It's all associated with a big trough back to our west that's going to produce rain and snow across the Intermountain West and the West Coast. As this trough comes on through, it's going to drag a cold front into the area, and notice the rain increasing. And notice the timeline. There's Saturday night, there's Sunday morning. And so again, rain chances will increase as this cold front moves its way on through. We also are talking about a risk for some severe weather to ramp its way up across the Mississippi River Valley. This is day 6 from the Storm Prediction Center. So we'll see how this all plays out in the coming days and see if the Storm Prediction Center actually adds us into a risk level for severe weather. It's going to bring us some decent rain, and we definitely need the rainfall. Heaviest rain is going to be west and northwest, but elevated rain chances by the end of the 7-day forecast. That starts to fade away per the Climate Prediction Center, but it's nice to see a little bit of an elevated rain pattern that could set up back behind that frontal boundary. So we're going to trend above average all the way through, say, Friday. Average high is 73. We're going to be in the mid to upper 70s. Lows will be in the 50s, and then as we get into the weekend, here comes our cold front Saturday. That's going to drop our temperatures and our humidity as we get into our Sunday. But it may not last long because, well, the Climate Prediction Center continues that trend of above average temperatures. But again, maybe a little bit of a pattern change in the next week or so, and the fall colors in the Smoky Mountains should really begin to start popping over the next week to 2 weeks. If you ever want a quick 1-minute weather, I've got you covered. Check out Witcher's 1-Minute Weather on the East Tennessee Weather app, online at easttnweather.com, or on YouTube. Have a great day.